creation of chain of command. So formal organization structure clearly defines the who is the supervisor and the subordinate relationship. Through this we can come to know that who reports to whom. There is no confusion in the minds of supervisor as well as subordinates to whom reports to whom, because of the formal organizing. So formal organizing ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, so there will be the clear ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಚೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರು ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರು, ಯಾರು ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸು, ಯಾರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾರು ಯಾರಿಂದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಸೇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್. ಸಿ here they clearly says about who is the supervisor. For general manager, who is the supervisor? Board of director is the supervisor. So here he is going to give the instructions to the or guidelines to the general manager, and the general manager will going to, for general manager, who is the subordinates for general manager? Departmental manager is the subordinates for the general manager, alva. So all the departmental manager is accountable for the general manager. So general manager is accountable for the board of director. So likewise it will going to create the creation of chain of command. So ee tara enagutte chain of command annodu create agutte. So this is also one of the advantages of formal organizing. And also the next one is about the it more emphasizes on the work. Okay, more emphasizes on work. As earlier I told that the formal organization structure which gives more importance for the work rather than the impersonal relationship. It does not give importance for the interpersonal relationship. So like your friendship, your likes, dislikes, so on. It is not going to give the importance for that, but it is going to give the importance for the only work. See, as a board of director, he is going to give the work. Okay, he is going to gives the order. Even though you both are friends, even though you are belongs to the different levels of management, so ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ levels of management ಗೂ related ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. And also even though you are best friends, ಸೊ ನೀವಿಬ್ಬರು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ at the top level management they are going to give the instructions or the orders. And also as a middle level management you have to obey the orders of the top level management. ನೀವು ಟಾಪ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಒಬೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ ವರ್ಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ there is no importance for the impersonal relationship. Okay, impersonal relationship like your likes, dislikes, your friendship, your emotions, there is no, it is not going to give the importance for that, but it is only gives importance for only the work. So that this is also one of the advantages of formal organizing. So let me brief the advantages. So through the formal organization structure we are going to get the systematic work. So through the systematic work we are going to achieve the organizational objectives. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಾವು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದ it will going to help the smooth working of the organization as well as the optimum utilization of resources. So through this we are going to achieve the organizational objectives. So this is also one of the feature, this is also one of the advantage when it comes to the, and also the chances of, when it comes to the no overlapping of work, the chances of overlapping of work is less, because according to the plan only we are going to arrange the things. ನಾವು ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ತಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಅರೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ವರ್ಕ್ನ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗೋದು it is less. Okay, this is also one of the advantages in the formal organizing. So through the formal organizing we can create the coordination, because this is also one of the advantage. The next one is about the creation of chain of command. So the informal organizing we are going to create the chain of command. Okay, here the top level management will going to give the orders to the subordinates, and subordinate that person as a general manager, he is going to give the orders to his subordinates. Likewise, the scalar chain has been created, the scale of chain command has created. So this is also one of the advantage. And the next one is about it gives more emphasis on it gives more importance of the work rather than your interpersonal impersonal relationship, or your likes, your dislikes, your emotions, your friendship. It does not give importance for this, but it is only concentrated on the work. Okay, these are all some of the advantages of the formal organizing. And also we have to discuss about the disadvantages of the formal organizing. So when it comes to the disadvantages of formal organizing, so formal organizing, it is also having some of the disadvantages. What are all those? We have to discuss. The first one is about the delay in action. Delay in action. So delay in action, while following the scalar chain of command, action get delayed in the formal structure. So in the formal organization structure, we are going to follow the scalar chain of command. As I explained that what is scalar chain, alva? So it is so that is has been delayed in the scalar chain of command. So scalar chain of command in the enagutte delay in action agutte. See here you can see that if the board of director want to communicate with the production department worker ge communicate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ through this scalar chain only he has to communicate. On directly ಅವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಲೇಡ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರು ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ he has to go with the through the general manager, he has to go with the through the general manager he has to go with the different different departmental manager ಇಂದ ಅವ್ರ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ subordinates communicate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, subordinates ಇಂದ workers communicate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Likewise the work has to be likewise the communication has to be taken place in the formal organizing. Now directly he does not go with the communicating to the worker, so that ಈ process ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is going to be delayed, it will going to take it will going to take the time. Say as an worker also, see as a worker also he is not going to communicate with the directly, he is not going to communicate with the top level management. Through the middle level management he has to communicate with the top level management. Through this the actions will get delayed, because this scalar communication takes the or consumes the time. So that this is also one of the disadvantages of the formal organizing. And the next disadvantages is about the ignorance of social needs of employees. Ignorance of social needs of employees. This is also one of the disadvantages. In formal organization structure does not give importance for the psychological and social needs of an employees, which may leads to the that will leads to the demotivation of the employees, because in the formal organization structure we are not, in the formal organizing we are not going to give importance for the likes, dislikes, that is the psychological needs, your social needs of an employees. We are not going to give the values for that, we are not going to give the importance for that, but we are going to give importance for only the work. As a manager, you have to do the work, you have to get the orders, you have to get the instructions, guidelines, and you have to do the work, that's all. So there is an ignorance of the social need. So as an employee is also human being. As a human being, he is also having some of the needs, that may be the social needs, that may be the psychological needs. He has some of the social as well as psychological needs. If these needs are not satisfied, means it will lead to the demotivation of employees. So that the formal organization structure, it ignores the social needs of an employees. So if we ignore the social needs, so the employees will get demotivated from their work. Okay, so that this is also one of the disadvantages of the formal organizing. And the next one is about the emphasizes on work only. As earlier I told that it gives more work, it gives more importance on the only work. It does not give importance on your interpersonal or human relationship. It does not give on the impersonal relationship, or it does not give importance for your emotions, likes, dislikes, your friendship, okay, your relationship. For this it is not going to be concentrated, but it is only concentrated on your work. So it is gives more only importance for the work. So that it is also one of the disadvantages of the formal organization. This formal organization gives importance for the work only. It ignores the human relationship, it ignores your creativity, talents of the worker, because even though the production, say for example the production manager having some talent, okay, in production activity alli avrige ಏನೋ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಇವನ್ ದೋ he have ideas, he does not having power to implement that, because he has to listen the top level management. By the top level management only he has to get the orders, instruction, and also he has to do the work. So that here they gives only importance for the work only, not on the human relationship, creativity or talent, your likes, dislikes, emotions, and so on. So these are all some of the disadvantages of the formal organizing. Okay, this is all about the formal organizing, features of formal organizing, as well as advantages and disadvantages of formal organizing. Okay, by the next class we are going to discuss about the informal organizing. And thank you.